United States Highway 19. Yeah! Alright, US 19 is a north-south route through western Pennsylvania, and the US highway that I've actually traveled the most on when I was a kid. In fact, it was my local one. As we can see, it stretches from the south nearby Mount Morris, through Pittsburgh, and up all the way to Erie. It's time for a nostalgia trip for me. You're watching the Xavier 456. New highway content every week. If you like what you're seeing, give us a like. And if you really dig it, why not subscribe? Yeah, subscribe, in the words of Todd. Alright, just a friendly reminder that intersection and exit requests are open, so you can request or exit. US 20 will be next week. There probably won't be much for that one since it's very short, but we'll get to that. Alright, first we're going to talk about northbound US 19's main road. Here we are crossing into Pennsylvania from West Virginia. Normally we get this little sign on minor roads. So basically there's nothing really all the way from the border to Waynesburg, so we're skipping to Waynesburg where we meet with West PA 21, and we see only Mount Morris, which is just a tiny town from the start, 16 miles, and Waynesburg only 1? Come on, go Washington Paw from here. Well, here's a look at downtown Waynesburg. Do you think this is really the thing that should be signed on I-79? I didn't think so. We're meeting PA 221, and it's signed for Jefferson, and we get Rough Creek. What? We're already in Rough Creek, and basically it's like nothing. Here at this intersection, we get Waynesburg 10 and Amity. What is Amity? That's not even a town, it's like just a rural neighborhood. Even off of this exit on I-79, we get 19, Amity, and Lone Pine. That's nothing. And it's here at this exit. And you're only signing it because Washington Paw and Waynesburg are already on this interstate. Swap out Waynesburg with Morgantown and put Waynesburg on 19. Well, here is Washington Paw. This is the first time we're actually getting a look at this city. Here's where you actually meet with I-79 along with I-70 at this diverging diamonds interchange. It is signed west and north for Wheeling, Pittsburgh. I'm fine with that. But east 70, south 79, New Stanton. Oh no, here we go. No surprise to regular Control City Freak viewers. And 79 South is Morgantown, and that is fine, but it will swiftly go away and get replaced with Waynesburg, as we all know. Here at random intersections, now we get Pittsburgh and Washington, with no paw. Just put the paw there. Pittsburgh is awesome, though. That's a great jump for a US highway. Nothing in between. Here we are at an exit ramp. Now, this is to PA 519 and to I-79. We get Cannonsburg and 84. If anyone lives in the greater Pittsburgh area, they may know 84 because of 84 lumber. Alright, my childhood stuff begins here. Here we are at an intersection with Boyce Road, and Pittsburgh and Washington are still the cities here. Great job. Here we are at another childhood intersection of mine. We get Upper St. Clair and Bridgeville. These are the roads McLaughlin Run Road and McMurray Road. And this is where I would exit to go to my local library. Here in Mount Lebanon, we now get a split. North US 19's main road is going to go right. If you continue straight, you're going to go onto Truck US 19, or as Google Maps refers to it as Bypass 19. Here is where we join up with I-376, US 22, and US 30, and those two US highways are obviously invisible. But US 30 here is mentioned because Matt Weibler wanted to hear US 30 mentioned in this video, so thank you. So here, the main US 19 is going to go with North PA 51 to West End. And here's our split with PA 51. 51 North is going to McKees Rocks and West End, and Northwest 19 to North PA 65 and I-279, West End Bridge, North Shore. That is fine signage here. We're now crossing the West End Bridge, the westernmost road bridge in Pittsburgh city limits. We can see the skyline to the right, and we can see that Truck 19 is going with South 65 to I-279 to downtown and North Shore, and we are going to be North US 19 to PA 65 Ohio River Boulevard. I feel like we could have some cities here, but US 19 is remaining in Pittsburgh city limits for quite a while, so I'm fine with signing these two avenues. Though at this random intersection we do get Westview and Pittsburgh. Westview is a separate city, I believe. And this bridge here is actually where Truck 19 joins back up with us, and we just be a main road for the rest of the journey. No other splits. In Cranberry, we meet with I-79 for Pittsburgh and Erie. This is actually merging off of I-76, the turnpike. And we got US 19, Warrendale, Cranberry. We're literally right next to those towns, and we're literally in one of those townships. Why not Zelienople? or Wexford. Though at this random intersection, we do get Cranberry and Zelienople as our control cities. We even have a straight up arrow for Zelienople at this other split with 79 North for Erie. Here is a look at US 19 going straight through downtown Zelienople. I like the Z's on the banners. And after Zelienople, we now get Portersville. Come on, that is too small. In fact, it's not even signed going southbound. I think from here you should just go straight with Mercer, if anything. Though in Portersville itself, we do get Zelienople and Mercer.
And, Sharon, Clarion,
And here we are at North US 62. This is one of two intersections that were requested by Quartermanche 437. We can see it is getting Franklin and 2 I-79, and now we are getting Meadville, as it should be. But for whatever reason, on this mileage sign, we get Sheakleyville thrown on there along with Meadville, and I think doing that is fine. Now here is the roundabout nearby Meadville, and this was not only requested by Quartermanche 437, but also by RedGreenBlue. We're getting North PA 98 Fairview as we come up to East US 6, North US 19, and East US 322, all signed for Meadville. And West US 6 and US 322 are signed for Conneaut Lake, as I stated in the US 6 video. So thank you to both for requesting. Here is another intersection with I-79, Erie, Pittsburgh. That's all you could hope for. When we meet with East PA 198, we can see we're signed for Cambridge Springs. Well, okay, at least that differentiates it from Erie, and it's also where US 6 goes, so I guess that's fine. Here's where US 6 and 19 split, along with meeting with US 6N, which is signed for Edinburgh, 6 is signed for Corry, and 19 is signed for Erie, as we could hope for. We're about to meet I-90, and we get Cleveland and Buffalo. I-90 was our S-ranked interstate in Pennsylvania, so that's the best you can see. Also, if I turn the camera, we can see the Splash Lagoon Indoor Water Park, which is the largest indoor water park in western Pennsylvania. US 19 doesn't quite make it into downtown Erie, but this is where it ends at US 20. And this was actually requested by Edwin Paschke, so thank you for requesting this. And that is it for northbound US 19 in Pennsylvania. So let's turn around and talk about southbound US 19 and truck US 19. Here we are at that same stoplight, and we can see already that we're signed for Meadville, 39 miles away. No other towns in between. Pretty good. Meeting with I-90 again, Buffalo, Cleveland, of course. We're meeting US 6 and US 6N, and US 6 South will be joining here, and we'll be getting Erie and Meadville. Meadville is still signed here. No Cambridge Springs, so that is good. Skipping over that. Here we are at 79 again for the first time going southbound. Pittsburgh, Erie, of course. And here we are back at the roundabout. Unfortunately, we don't get a big sign like we did going northbound, which I don't like at all, but we get Mercer going southbound, so fine. We get Sheakleyville on this mileage sign again, 12 miles, signed along with Mercer for 27. Now, I haven't showed you this yet. This is the Mercer County Courthouse. Nice looking building. Okay, no more of that Todd voiceover. Once we're past I-80, we get Zelienople going southbound for 25 miles. Awesome. So I said before, we're skipping over Portersville. Nice. Here we are meeting US 422, which I didn't actually show you going the other way. It's signed for Butler and Newcastle, so fine choices there. Whoa, heading on I-79 south here, we don't even get a US 19 shield, and they don't even tell us that we're meeting up with it. We just get to PA 528 Evans City. Fail. And here, coming to the exit at the interstate exit, we get South US 19 finally to PA 528 Evans City. Why wouldn't they mention that on I-79? Also, Evans City does not belong on US 19. It belongs on PA 528. So maybe list something for US 19 there. And once we do get something, we get Cranberry. And I understand that we're meeting I-79 again along with the turnpike, so fine. And this I don't like. Warrendale already when we're here at Cranberry. That should definitely be Wexford. And this is even worse. We're already in Warrendale at this point. So why are you signing the city within the city? That's just stupid. Take this, US 19. Just beyond that, we get our exit for truck US 19 South, and it is signed McKnight Road. We're actually going to follow this route now. However, the exit that you see right after it is only a northbound exit, and there are only on-ramps to southbound. We get Hampton and North Park, and Franklin Park second right. And keep in mind that this is northbound and not southbound, as I just mentioned. But here is something that we do get going southbound. We get Westview and Millvale. And we are now going to be merging onto I-279 south for Pittsburgh. So yep, here we go. US 19 truck shields are not actually shown at this point, it's invisible, but we are actually running with it here, and it's actually going to split onto 579 south for Veterans Bridge to continue on. And once we're at I-376, we'll be crossing the Liberty Bridge, and the sign says to US 19 and PA 51, and this just refers to the normal US 19 for some reason. But truck US 19 isn't actually mentioned until here, just before we enter the Liberty Tunnel. It's signed Truck 19 South Dormont, which I believe is fine, and there is North Truck US 19 PA 51 Uniontown West End. But that just connects you back to the main US 19, so I wouldn't see why you would have to loop around. And here's where PA 51 splits south to Uniontown, and we can see that North Truck US 19 will connect to North PA 51 and go to West End. While US 19 main run on different roads, Washington Road actually starts here in Mount Lebanon, and here is a nice view of downtown Mount Lebanon, and this is where Truck US 19 runs. And here is the intersection where the main US 19 comes back into play, and you do have the option to turn right to go back onto North US 19, but I wouldn't see a reason why you need to do that. Here's what it looks on McLaughlin Road and McMurray Road. We get Pittsburgh and Washington, and it says Washington Road as well, north and south apparently. On this crooked mileage sign, we can see Washington at 17 miles. Here's another look at my childhood US 19 intersection with Boyce Road. Things here have definitely changed a lot since I moved to Michigan. We get no arrow at this exit now. We just get junction PA 519 and junction PI 980. So I don't know why we don't have an arrow guiding us. Think I'm gonna say it. We're still not gonna talk about New Stanton. Just like how we don't talk about Lyman. Here's another nice courthouse, the Washington County Courthouse. Haven't showed you this yet either. Here we are meeting with East US 40, and this will take you to Uniontown from Washington PA. Not this exit sign again. Just because you're signing the interstate for two towns doesn't mean you shouldn't sign a US highway for the same two. Here's one more look at downtown Waynesburg just before we continue down the road. Well, that's nice. West Virginia has a miniature version of their awesome welcome signs for the minor roads. I like that. And we're entering Monongalia County. And that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching US 19. US 20 will be up next week, so requests are in for that, although I don't think there'll be a lot because it's a very short road. It goes through Erie, so I'll see you then.